there, welcome to Travel Diaries. Today on the show, I'll be taking you on my trip to Ghana. But first, let's take a break. Welcome back. Now, every country has their own history, and Ghana definitely has lots of beautiful memories. On this first tour, I'll introduce you to the origin of the Black Star Square, the Independence Arch, and the Nationalism Park, all making the Independence Square in Ghana. Everywhere has a history, and Ghana is not out of that league. We're right here at a very historical point, and we'll be getting to hear from Black Lion. Yes, so let's hear. What's this place all about? I see an unknown soldier standing right there, so tell us about it.
All right. This place is called the Black Star Square. It was built by the first president of Ghana for ceremonial purpose. You know, when we had independence, the president decided to get a place so that anytime there's an independence celebration, we will gather and celebrate or observe the occasion in a formal way. So that's why this place was built. Wow. This place has like 45,000 seating capacity, and if you put the Black Star Square and then the Black Star Arc and then Nationalism Park, it's all called the Independence Square. So the Independence Square is categorized. We have the Black Star Square and the Independence Arch. And then there are certain prominent things or very obvious things you can see here, which I would love to talk about it a bit.
Okay.
So you see this statue there. This statue is called the Unknown Soldier, and you know it's a universal soldier. It's a universal symbol. Why I say it's a universal symbol is that when you go to a lot of countries like France, you go to Nigeria, you go to Egypt, you see them there. Even in America, they have a similar thing in Arlington. Yeah, this thing was built by the president to honor all gallant soldiers that took part during the Second and First World War. You know, Ghana was British allies in the First and Second World War. So Ghana contributed 65,000 soldiers. We lost quite significant figures. Roughly 4,000 plus in the Second World War. So this is what the government of Ghana erected in memory of the soldiers that lost their lives. So this is also a known soldier. When you look at it at the apex, they've written "forever will be remembered" or "forever be in our mind." So that is all. If you look at this is called the perpetual flame. Yeah, it's called the perpetual flame, and you know, when we say perpetual flame, it's self-explanatory, right? Because perpetual means everlasting, flame is fire. So this is to communicate to the external world that Ghana is always militarily ready against any external aggression. And during every independence celebration, the president comes to light up this, and you see the flames aglow, just to prove to, you know, our neighbors to say that Ghana was always prepared. But let me say this on a lighter note. Ghana has never fought any of its neighbors, and that is a good thing. This is the Black Star Square, and there's something interesting that most people don't know, but I'm going to tell you. When you look at the architectural design of it, it looks like an arc, right?
Exactly.
Great. But if you look at it carefully, you realize that it looks like a lady's handbag.
Wow, that's true actually.
Most people don't know. According to oral tradition, right? You know, the first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's wife was an Egyptian, and it was an arranged marriage. Kwame Nkrumah decided to marry that woman. Her name is Elena Fatia Nkrumah. from Egypt. This was an arranged marriage because Kwame Nkrumah was propagating the need for Africans to get united, to create a United States of Africa, right? So he wanted to prove to the world that no matter the geographical location, we are all one people. So he depicted or demonstrated through his marriage. And when Kwame Nkrumah married the woman and brought the woman to Ghana, the Ghanaian women fell in love with the woman. And the woman was noted for her favorite handbag. Wherever she goes, she carried her handbags along. And it also became part of the Ghanaian women. So when Kwame Nkrumah was building the place, he decided to make sure that the design would take the wife's handbag just to keep the memory and also to immortalize the wife's memory in Ghana. So that is architecturally, not symbolic. Architecturally, that's the design, but symbolically is to bring togetherness among all black people. That is it. And during Independence celebration, you see the president sitting in the middle with the foreign entourage and other important personalities. For example, you see the president of Togo, Nigeria, our West African neighbors coming. So that is it's a very vast area. If you start walking on it, you will feel that indeed it's very vast. And there's the world's second largest city square. It's the world's second largest city square after Tiananmen Square in Beijing, China. But everything in Africa, they don't want to make noise about it. Thank you.
Well, we're making noise about this one. It's Africa to the world.
Yes.
Wow.
I have no knowledge.
One thing is sure, this is the second largest in the world.
Yeah.
This is Africa
including the independent, that's the Black Star Arch.
Yes.
Yeah, so it total makes it.
Wow. The second largest in the world. This is Africa to the world. I'm standing right here at the Black Star Square. Travel Diaries is bringing you amazing things, and this is one of the amazingness of Africa. We still move on. We're still at the Independence Square, and we still have so many other places to look at. So come along with us. Let's go on this ride.
Ghana. 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 Ghana.
We're going up to the arch itself. Just come along with us. It's really going to be fun.
Ghana. Ghana. Ghana.
Here at the Black Star Arch.
Yeah, that's great.
Right. Now, Black Lion is still with me, and he's still telling me about the Black Star history today. Tell us about the Black Star Arch.
All right. So when we had independence in 1957, the president had intention of making sure that the whole of Africa get liberated and move on with the creation of the United States of Africa as it was envisaged by his great mentor Marcus Garvey. So the president made a broadcast to the world, especially Africans, when he said the independence of Ghana is meaningless, except its link with the total liberation of all Africans living under colonial rule. So to achieve that goal of continental liberation, as far as the continent Africa is concerned, he decided to put up this place and borrow the Black Star symbol from the famous Black Star leadership of Marcus Garvey. The Black Star symbol became a symbol of direction and also the symbol that awoken the political consciousness of black people to rise to the occasion and fight and demand for their independence. So if one makes a very critical analysis of Africa's rise from colonial rule to independence. You realize that after Ghana got independence in 1957, this was followed by Guinea 1958, and then Togo 27th of April 1960. The same year was followed by Nigeria 1st October 1960. This was due to the vigorous and consistent campaign by the first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, to see to it that the continent is totally liberated, as he said. This is why Ghana is always regarded and revered as a shining star of Africa. So this place is a symbol of independence for all black people, irrespective of your geographical situation, geographical location, right? That's all this place represents.
So it is not just the star representing maybe the coal of Ghana, but it is the liberation of Africa, and that's where we are today. Thank you so very much for sharing this with us. The journey still continues. It's still Travel Diaries, so do not go anywhere. And I am still Peace Ogenegboy, taking you around Ghana on the series. Welcome to the Independence Square, and this is the pledge that keeps every true Ghanaian going. It's the pledge to the Ghanaian coat of arms for freedom and justice. We're going to be moving from here to the Nationalism Park to hear the true history of what happened on February 28, 1948. So come along with me. Okay, so this place holds many memories. You can see some of them written right on this marble. What is this all about?
All right, thank you so much. 28th of February 1948 is a very dark day in the history of the Gold Coast, now called Ghana. And then somebody to say it's a blessing in disguise. But I want to say it's a dark day, because when I say it's a blessing in disguise, it means that I don't think about the sensibilities of the families that lost their dear ones, and also as a nation we lost our great citizens. So I will not say a blessing in disguise. This what happened on 28th February 1948. Ghana was the British allies, by then called the Gold Coast, in the Second World War. And before the war, they were promised a gratuity that when they come from the war, there's going to give them benefit, there's end of service benefits, and they are going to have a good standard of living. But unfortunately, when they came, all these promises, as usual, the British government never honored it. So they decided to mobilize their people nationwide to send a petition to the governor at the castle, which they did. So when they got here, they were asked to halt or stop by a British police officer, a senior one indeed. But they refused, and they were going unarmed. So the British police officer got infuriated, and then he took the gun from a Ghanaian police officer who decided not to shoot or follow the orders of the British police officer, because that was his fellow, countrymen. So he got angry and shot into the crowd. Unfortunately, 3 of the ex-servicemen lost their lives, including other civilians. Indeed, this brought a lot of displeasure and, annoyance nationwide. The people said, look, our children, you took our children to war, they didn't die on the war front, but you brought them home and you decided to kill them. So they started vandalizing and looting nationwide European shops and then goods, and then vandalizing European properties. So they set up a committee to look into why these disturbances, and the committee brought the report which says that when the people of the Gold Coast want their independence, and also the ex-servicemen or the veterans need to be taken good care of. So these were some of the things that led to the early or the quick facilitation of Ghana being granted independence on 6th of March 1957. Indeed, this was the backbone. This is what generated the interest of the colonial government to look into that. That is why most Ghanaians feel that indeed the 1948 incidents was a blessing in disguise, but we always don't want to use that word because of the sensibilities of our fellow countrymen.
Here lies the labors of some heroes past in Ghana. This day can never be forgotten in the history of the Gold Coast, now known as Ghana. The war was fought. Many paid the supreme price just to give Africa freedom forever. Standing right here at the Nationalism Park, Ghana, Accra, I am Peace Ogenegbawe. Who knew just a handbag could become so monumental? On to the next. Everyone wants to have kente this, kente that. But have you ever stopped to ask why kente and Ghana can never be separated? This next stop will tell us more on my encounter with kente in Ghana. When you have to visit Ghana, or you have someone coming to Ghana, the first thing that comes to your mind is, buy me kente or get kente for me, right? I could see you're smiling already. But what's so special about kente, and why is Ghana so known for kente? Well, on this series, we're going to take you around the world of kente, find out why kente is so synonymous to Ghana, and find out some of the beautiful designs that modern day Ghana has been able to put the kente fabric into use to make beautiful designs that you will never resist. Come along with me on Travel's Diary today. Made from pure cotton, the kente, which originates from the Ashanti people of Gold Coast, who are generally located in Kumasi in the modern-day country of Ghana, dates back to many centuries. On my trip, Kwesi took me through the history of kente.
We have two people, they went to a farm and they see a spider coming here and there, coming here and there, coming here and there. So the two people, they spy the spider and they came home and practiced. So through that, kente came. Yeah, you know, we from Bonwaya. The kente is from Bonwaya. And there's two people who bought kente. We call them, one was called Otakahan and Kragu Ameyao. They bought kente in Ghana here, you know. So that's for the way to know that kente is very significant or important to the people.
Interesting fact about kente is that every symbol has its meaning, and original kente for male and female is woven differently.
This kente was made for the first president. Wow. We call it, this kente is called Fatia Fatankroma, because when kente was made, and we have the president, you must to show the president that something is made in Ghana here. So the first kente was given to the president. So we named this kente after the president. So this one we call it Fatia Fatankruma. Fatia Fatankruma. Yeah.
That's the president's wife?
Yeah, that's the president's wife, Fatia Fatankruma. Okay. Fatia Fatankruma. And this one is the old one, old silk. But right now we have different silk are coming. This is the Ashoke. This is the new ones.
Sorry, this Ashoke, is it also kente?
It's kente. Wow. That one was we take a look from Nigerians. So right now Ghanaians always produce their own.
Wow. So this is Ashoke, just like we have in Nigeria, but then they've been able to make it a kente. So this is Ashoke kente. Wow, amazing.
That's cool.
Show me more.
And this one, like this is we call it design upon design. All the design has been finished. It means this is the rare one that people used to do it. Maybe the kings, they use this one to cover themselves when they are just moving out for a party or everything. But this particular this thing was made for Otufo. That's the king of Ashanti, because we are living in the Ashanti. So like if something is coming from Ashanti, let the king own. Oh, wow. This is the man's own and this is the lady's own. But this one is personally made with like we took like this is weaving, but it's not all that weaving like this type. Okay. Can you feel it? This one is make like something. Yeah, looking like this. You get what I mean? But this is the rare one. This is the rare kente. It's made in Ghana here.
With love for these African prints becoming stronger across the globe, there is need for mass production as well as making a representation of this piece of art to make it affordable and accessible to all and sundry. Hence, the introduction of fabric kente.
Maybe some of them from the China people, they came Ghana here, they copy us. So they can make the way kente, so they bring the material. So everything is covered here is by a material. It's not about a red kente. If you talk about a red kente, it's made with cotton, like this. You can see like a thread. But the material, you can see in a thread. And some like GTP people, they see the kente, so they make a design about the kente. But possibly and probably the kente, rare kente is made by a cotton, like a thread like this. Because we sit in a loom. You know a loom? You see the loom, then we make it like this. We call it kohimko, and we use our leg to weave it. So that, but this one is made with a machine, but this is made with a hand. So the rare kente, you can see a thread like this, not like a material. It's like, just like this was made by a machine, but this is made with a hand. So normally we have different type. We have the men's ones. Normally the ladies one, the quality one, we can sell it for 1,500. And the men's one maybe you can sell it for 2,500. Wow. Yeah.
Per yard?
No, for the whole show.
The whole thing?
For the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah. And this one people buy them for best spread, because since it was made by a cotton, when you sleep on it, it make comfortable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
It make comfortable. You can feel it and see. If you sleep on it, it make you so comfortable. So normally people buy for a best spread, especially for the men's own.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you know that kente was not only to be worn, you can actually use it also as your bedspread? Yes. That is amazing. Imagine sleeping on culture and heritage. Thank you so much, Kwesi, for sharing your time with us.
Thank you, Mrs.
Yes. I got my eyes so filled today with beautiful things, from bags to shoes to earrings and many things that you can make kente out of. So you see, when next you have to go to Ghana, or you have someone that is going to Ghana, you don't need to ask for kente dresses. You can just ask for kente earrings or kente shoes or even kente bags. Anything kente, even to bangles, you can always get it with kente material. My name is Peace Ogenegbawe from Accra, Ghana. Have fun-filled time with Travel Diaries. Having to sleep on kente, I could never imagine doing that. Well, I'll stop here for now. But next time on this show, I will tell you more on my trip to Ghana. Until then, keep watching Travel Diaries.